Rockeyez would like to welcome Davey Suicide. The big news in music is this man, Davey Suicide. Hey man, what's up?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good, very good. I'm doing a little research here. How do you go from being a young kid wanting to be a rap star to Davey Suicide?
Man, I guess it's an evolution of like growing up in a broken home to moving out at 16 to, like my room burnt down. There's just a bunch of stuff that happened, and I just reached a moment where I was just like kind of at a low point, and I needed like a reminder that unless I like killed myself, I should be able to attain everything I wanted. That's kind of when I coined the name Suicide for myself. But I was always fascinated by art and horror movies and stuff like that, and I got into Guns N' Roses and Manson, Pantera, and bands like that. So I was always into like heavier stuff. So I think just over time, it came to be,
Cool.
But
Definitely cool. Now, you had a really good career. I mean, basically almost all through your music career. I mean, you started with Goldmine Squad, which drew in a lot of fans. Then you went to Havoc in Hollywood, which I guess you got bigger. And now Davey Suicide, which you're on Standby Records. Also at one time, Black Veil Brides were on there. Was this just a progression of your career, or you wanted to move on, like that band wasn't working out? Or how'd that work?
I just have a very, ambitious mind and stuff, and I think I just got to the point where I wanted to take everything onto my own shoulders. And I've been in situations before where, I felt like maybe like a little bit, held back because some guys, were a little scared to push the envelope as far as I kind of wanted to go, and they didn't necessarily like agree with everything that I wanted to say or how I wanted to look and stuff. So I think it just reached a moment where, you gotta always just do you,
Right.
And that's why when Davey Suicide was created, like I had to find the people that wanted to marry into the situation that I wanted to be,
Right.
instead of like holding back for other people, because at the end of the day, you just have to do what you feel is the best and what fits. And so I just think it was an evolution thing. It was growing into my own skin and not being scared to like to hold back, really.
Right. I mean, you sound like an articulate person, and all interviews I listen to you sound very smart and stuff. Does image mean a lot to you?
I think music is well, I'm an artist, so yeah. I mean, I think image is as important as music. I mean, I think when you go to a show, you want to see something as much as you want to hear it. It's like the bands I always loved were always running around stage. They had fire shooting up, or like they had crazy like projecting screens of like imagery and stuff. So I think it's all about the experience. It's not just about one, just the audio. So for me at least, I need that.
Right. Now you got your debut CD. Is that coming out next month?
It looks like there's going to be like an EP that comes out first, and then the full length is going to come out early fall.
All right.
So we're going on tour with Static X in July, and it looks like a few song EP is going to drop for that.
Cool.
And then the full length is gonna be about 12 weeks later in September, either last week of September or first week of October.
Cool. Now you got the new video, Generation Fuckstar, which is an amazing visual video, and I love it, and as a photographer I love it even more, and plus the music's excellent. You're also on the Summer of Blood tour right now. What can, like, I haven't seen you. I'm on the East Coast, and I haven't seen you live. What can I expect from Davey Suicide if I go to see a live show?
I think we're one of those bands that as soon as the lights drop and we start to come out to our intro, I think we have a vibe to it, you know. And I think we have 5 people they're like, you know, we always joke that we're all monsters, but we are really over the top characters, you know. I think it's a vibe, you know.
Right.
And when we come out and when we're on stage, it's just something that you just feel. You're just like, whoa. But you know, I think you can expect a crazy show, and I think you can expect, like, I mean, there's messages behind the songs, you know, and I'll explain a few of the messages in between songs and stuff. And I think it's, you know, we're drilling a point home to a lot of people, and so I think you're gonna go away like knowing what we're about.
Cool. Now tell me a little bit about the EP that's in the works. You know, I only heard the song Generation Foxstar. Can you tell me anything about the other tracks?
Well, I guess, you know, there's I'm not really sure if we're allowed to say what songs are on there,
right,
per se.
Okay.
But the whole album's been done. They basically just want to release, you know, a few more songs that are going to kind of like support Generation. The other 2 songs, I would say, you know, one's a little bit more mid-tempo, and the other one is, you know, is a little bit more, it's like kind of a radio feel to it. They're both really dark, but I think that they just want to have a couple more songs that kind of like set the tone for, you know, what Suicide's all about.
Cool. Now, I won't hear a ballad from Davey Suicide, will I ever?
We have, there's one of my favorite songs on the whole record. It's actually the last song on the whole record. It's not a ballad, but it's a slower song, though. But it's a song kind of like when you have that moment where you feel like you just lost it all, and you just put it on, and it gives you like a little bit of hope to it. It's one of the coolest songs on the album, and I think that's going to be something that people aren't expecting, and it's one of my favorites too. It's definitely one of the most left of center songs on the album, but we have a moment of vulnerability, and that's what that is.
Cool. Now, with the image and everything, when you were younger, did you collect anything?
I had baseball cards. I'd always have like, you know, like Kerrang! Magazine and stuff like that. I'd always have like Metallica and Guns N' Roses posters like lining my wall, and you know, I was just obsessed with like, you know, rock and heavy music and stuff. So it would literally, like, there would be no space on my wall. It would just all be band posters.
Cool. Now, what CD or music, you know, you really like the most? Like, what band really inspired you a lot?
Use Illusion 2 is my favorite CD, like, of any band. Everyone likes Appetite for Destruction the best, but for some reason, Use Illusion 2, just, I love that album. And then Slim Shady EP, the Eminem album, I grew a really intense connection to that album too. And I think if I had to have a desert island, it would be those 2 albums, and probably maybe Mechanical Animals by Manson.
Cool. Was there any show you ever saw that really impressed you?
I saw Ozfest. That was the year that Slipknot played, Manson played. This was a few years ago. Slipknot, Manson, I think Papa Roach played, Linkin Park played, Disturbed, a couple other bands, but it was I guess it was all these bands like on the cusp of, like, you know, breaking out huge, but Manson played that night,
right.
And just the way they had the set changes for the songs and stuff, and it was just like, I'm going to do that one day.
Cool. What's the major objective and goal for this band?
You know, I want to make people realize that we have the power inside ourselves to create and to bring anything that we want. You know, my big thing with why I think religion kind of like demotes the power that we all have.
Right.
And instead of making people believe that they can be strong enough, I feel like it makes them think that they have to pray to something else, where I think that we're all in the driver's seat of our life, and unless we like steer off path, like, you can keep going. So I hope people take that away from what I'm saying. But you know, as far as performing and everything, we want to become the biggest industrial rock band that we can be.
Cool, cool. What's your feelings about this world right now?
I think we're in a time where everything's very watered down, and I think that a lot of people need that sugar-coatedness, and I think since everything is so accessible, it's allowed people to. I don't know. I just feel like the media always has tried to steer the public into whatever they want them to believe, and I think we're at a time where I feel like people are big enough to know like the truth of what's going on in our government and stuff, and instead of being like steered like cattle. So.
Cool. Well, I congratulate you on the band, the new video, the upcoming EP. Amazing band. I hope everybody supports it. Would you like to say anything in conclusion?
I mean, I want to thank all of our fans. I mean, obviously we'd be nothing without them. The reason that we've had these opportunities is because we have bands that support, and I think if everyone just remembers that boundaries are only there because we put them there, and I think we should be able to live free and do what we want.
Cool, cool. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, bud. See ya.